And yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is our ultimate showstopper. Like, just when I thought I was done listing all the red flag scenarios and situations that scream mixed signals, they really scream mixed signals and choke. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is just a one. This is the final nail in the coffin, the one that sends you 6 feet under, the one that screams, ha! Dangerous. Ndeke bamzili kazi. Dangerous. Dangerous. Danger. Dangerous. Trust me, even the shyest of people turn into the boldest you've ever seen. And they also do not know where guts come from if it comes to getting who it is that they want and what it is that they want. If being a little bold and extroverted or an omnivore is all it calls for, they get out of their comfort zone and go catch what it is that they want. If you're the catch, then you're worth bare decency. You shouldn't be fooled. Dr. Yvette Enjoy here, or your girl Yvette Enjoy. You know me from somewhere with a given title or as a given somebody. That I was doing in my intro was unloading lots of content, because trust me, today it's going to be massive. What did I say? Massive. Yes, it is. What are we talking about today? You're going to find out why you've been taking mixed signals without recognizing that they are mixed signals, how to recognize them, how to work your way out of them, and what you get to do about mixed signals. So if you're a new viewer, welcome to my channel. If you're an old viewer, a subscriber at that, a returning one, thank you so much for the love and the support, the loyalty, your time, your mobile data. I guarantee you that it is 100% worth it. What you're about to see is worth the time. If you're a new viewer, I recommend that you subscribe very much. Please recommend that you subscribe. Welcome to the family, and let's enjoy today's video. Come roll with me today. So if you're watching this video right now, chances are high that you believe this is the right time, place, and above all channel to be, with the right content for you. And yes, I 100% guarantee giving you that tea. So today's video is going to be done in 4 parts. 1, what are mixed signals? A clear definition. 2, how to recognize them. 3, when and where do they occur? 4, how do you work around them? How to deal with mixed signals. So let's get into it. In my own understanding, mixed signals are anything controversial, misleading, or confusing in any way. Basically, where there's a lack of clarity or direction, no awareness or sense of direction about the plot, no intentionality of any sort, no sense of direction and knowing what is right. Basically, a lack of clarity. So our next big question on today's video is, when do mixed signals occur? And I'd say there's 2 ways to have this answered. One way is looking at it in this direction: in which type of relationships or situations do mixed signals happen to occur? Then 2 is, how do you recognize when they occur? That's how you can get to know when mixed signals happen or surface. So in which relationships do mixed signals count as a major pain point or an issue the most? So there's quite a number of relationships that exist. You'd agree with me. Family is a sort of relationship, blood relatives or Friendships are a type of relationships. Romantic relationships, work colleagues, acquaintances, mentorships. There's a lot of ships that exist. I think out of all the categories that I've mentioned, I think it's in romantic relationships or non-platonic relationships where mixed signals are quite a big deal and count as a pain point or a major issue that ought to be addressed. I think I'm right. Out of all the categories that you could think of, it's romantic or non-platonic ones. So we settle that. Which type of relationships are we? So for the second bit of this particular question, how do you recognize mixed signals? Now, this right here, is the juiciest bit of all. It is a gist of the matter. It is the content. It is the part you've been waiting for. So if you've been sleeping, it's just about the time for you to get up and stretch a bit, grab a cup of coffee or something to clear your head and get you alert. Get you alert. You didn't have your notepad for the stat definitions and this is a gist of the matter. This is where you get to write down. It is the juiciest bit, the sauce, the hot sauce of the day. So keep attentive. How do you recognize mixed signals? So sign number 1, I hope you're writing down. Does your partner say a whole lot of things but acts like the total opposite? They say you're so special but treat you like trash. Do they talk too much but they can't walk even half the talk? Do they say you mean the world to them but they do not mind humiliating you, seeing how much you can take to be with them or to keep them, and seeing how much of a loss of self-worth and self-respect you have to undergo just to keep them? They do not mind. Like, they act like they love you, but they say that they love you, but they act like they're hating the whole goddamn time.
He told you he loved you so much you couldn't see him hating.
Red flag. I'm not done yet. You want to know what else? All that affirmation, or what I'd love to call these days, what we'd love to call artificial effort. Like, since people have words of affirmation, I'm going to affirm them. But the actions are the total opposite. They do not mind seeing you humiliate yourself 1 billion times or have you experience a sense of low self-worth and unworthiness. They don't mind seeing you in that state and putting you in situations that test to see how much you're willing to, to what extent are you willing to humiliate yourself. And I'm not done yet. Do they go on and on and on and on and all day about how much they like you, but they're emotionally unavailable? Like, what type of relationship is that? Where someone is emotionally unavailable all the time, not sometimes, not because of a hard time, a low in their life, but all the time. A committed relationship, my friend. Sure, you're not clowning. You people, you don't hear words. Emotionally unavailable 24/7. Or they made you get used to the concept of temporary lows and temporary highs and permanent lows. Temporary highs and permanent lows. It's always lows, crying, cutting onions full time. Someone is not emotionally available, but you mean the world to them. My friend, mixed signals. That talking should match the actions. You think I was done yet? Nah. I'm still calling out names, calling you all out and coming for them. And for you that has been believing lies, note down each lie and tick like checked off. So you're their favorite human, and they even affirm you and say you're their favorite human. But they never have the time or the decency to give you the time that you deserve. That's what you deserve. If I'm in a committed relationship and I'm committed, just my partner does deserve time. They are too busy for you, my dear, madam, or sir, favorite human. Mixed signals, my friend. So I know before you all come at me, some of the toxic ones that I'm calling out that would say, no, life doesn't revolve around a relationship. There's so much more parts around life. There's family, there's friends, there's work, there's assignments, there's things to look forward to, there's deadlines to beat, and someone's life is not going to revolve around a relationship. Yes, very much. Nobody has time that is just lagging and left there waiting to be fast spent. No. We make time for what is important to us, and if someone is your favorite human, you create that time. You strike a balance and create that quality time. You've got to be intentional about it. So please, boo-boo, yes, you're busy, but just we make time for what's important to us. Nobody has got time lying around waiting to be spent. My friend, you're the apple of their eye, but they're bent on playing mind games. Like, that's both a red flag and mixed signals. Who plays mind games if they're really devoted, committed, serious about what they want, and they know what they're trying to do, how far they're trying to get with you, but are playing mind games, trying to see how much you're willing to humiliate yourself, or they're going to take the bait, fall for the trap. Like, really, why play all those mind games? You're the most special person in their lives, they say, but even the bare minimum is a challenge. Transparency, that is being clear, open, honest about intentions, directions, what you're doing, or at least what is necessary and should be known by someone that is important to you, a special someone. They can't even do the bare minimum. Communication is a problem. Reciprocation is a problem. Like, you can't communicate. Like, on top of being inconsistent, you're a dry texter. Like, who told you? Get off my phone. On top of being inconsistent, you're a dry texter. Reciprocating is like dragging a bull's horns. It's a struggle. Like, but why? Why take all that mixed signals? Are you still writing? Yeah. They never initiate anything. They're never thoughtful. They're never... Pardon me, there's people probably whose idea of relationships, how they should go, how they should act in one, is largely influenced by what they had as an idea of a relationship growing up, probably between their mom and dad, the relationships they grew up seeing. For an example, I mean, if your partner makes the initiative to communicate and tell you, this is how I'd like things to be done, or we could try this, or we could do this and the other, and it's still a problem. Like, my friend, no thoughtfulness, no consistency, you're just texting and you're out here telling someone they're so special. If reciprocating and showing mutual compromise, which should be the bare minimum, because you could do a lot more. I mean, I could do a lot more for my special person. By a lot more, I do not mean strictly splurging, spoiling, and love languages that really prove a point, but you could do a lot more. And if reciprocation of effort and a mutual compromise and a mutual balance is a challenge, please, oh no. And I saw something that said you need to stop dating people that call you baby or whatever sweet name you can think of, whatever pet name as a couple that you made up, and they don't even treat you like it. Like, it's just artificial effort, a plain affirmation, and I couldn't agree more. A baby should be nourished, cared for, given attention, given quality time, cared for to thrive. A baby should be nourished, connected with, treated with compassion, and all those good things for it to grow. So if your partner or your relationship is your baby and you're not nourishing it to grow, for the bond to grow, for that beautiful something that you have to grow, if effort is a taboo for them, but you're their special someone, mixed signals. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is the ultimate showstopper. Like, just when I thought I was done listing all the red flag scenarios and situations that scream mixed signals, really scream mixed signals and choke. Like, ladies and gentlemen, this one is just a one. This is the final nail in the coffin, the one that sends you 6 feet under, the one that screams, ha! Danger! Dangerous. Danger. Dangerous. I know you that is watching this right now, you that is watching this video, has either experienced it or at least heard of it at the slightest. Situationships. Dangerous. The highest, it will tangle up your brain, thought process really screams mixed signals, and is the entanglement the real mixed signals. Not to sound too stereotypical or bent on stereotypes and saying a certain gender does this and another doesn't. Not to sound too stereotypical or biased gender-wise, but you tell me if I'm wrong. Gentlemen do this the most, though I'm sure there's ladies too that could act that way, but it's mainly a gentleman's case. Dangerous. A gentleman's case. Situationships. Have you seen or heard of people, let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong, that want relationship benefits, the level of commitment that's in a relationship, treated like you're in a relationship with them, but haven't made the effort to even ask you. Bare decency, actually. It shouldn't even be effort. Bare decency to tell you their intentions, to express their interest and state what it is exactly that they want. But they want relationship benefits, they want you to be in sync with them, they want you to vibe along, they want you to resonate with them, and that's on period. What is that? The bare decency to even do that. Like, that's red flags. You've got to state what it is that you want and get out there, and like, you shouldn't even be fooled. Like, oh, I'm so shy to state my intentions. Like, boo-boo. Trust me, even the shyest of people turn into the boldest you've ever seen, and they also do not know where guts come from if it comes to getting who it is that they want and what it is that they want. If being a little bold and extroverted or an omnivert is all it calls for, they get out of their comfort zone and go catch what it is that they want. If you're the catch, then you're worth bare decency, and they can afford it. But despite all these forms of madness that I mentioned, all the bad stuff, all the red flag scenarios that scream mixed signals, here's the good news. Tips on how to combat these red flag situations and mixed signals. Like, I'll be sharing some beneficial lessons that I've learned, some of which are personal experiences and some of which are learned through sharing a problem and getting answers and seeking solutions. So stop your crying, stop your weeping, stop the pity party, put the tissue boxes away and get your notepad and write. Sis is going to be spilling the tea and telling you how to deal with it. So my number one of all time that I'll always sing is principles and standards should always be upheld and never compromised, never questioned. You know why? Your principles and standards, and I mean realistic principles and standards, are there to guard you from whatever is below threshold, from whatever is a threshold is a limit. So from whatever is bare minimum and below, and from whatever is not up to standard, you're protected. They are a guardrail. They'll only seem snobbish, rude, and out of the world, crazy to people that can't afford them. The right kind of people can always fit within your scale and protection. Your principles and standards, just be the right ones will. For my number 2 for today is effort always wins. I repeat it. Effort always wins. As simple and plain as that might sound, effort will either give you the green light and the go ahead to finish what you've started, or step a foot forward, put your best foot forward, or the stop sign to sit back and say, hey, we're not doing that here. Effort always reveals interest. Never be fooled. Okay? Effort. I'm not telling people to go all out and do crazy things, but why not? Life is too short to be romantic and corny or go all out, so go for it. And number 3 for today, hot tip, hot hacks on how to combat mixed signals. Always be alert, attentive, and alive and present in the now, and not in the fantasy and the imagination that you made up in your head. Someone says, oh hey, can we get something going, a little something here and there, and very fast ladies especially, you think you have all the lovely plans you could make, the lovely children you could have, the vacations you could go, or you've already sent them into the future and imagine a future that to be created together without looking at the now. Most of the time, our senses are fully aware of our environment, of our surroundings, of the message that whoever comes, reaches out to us, portrays, or what they send to us mentally. But we choose to believe a picture to be painted in our minds, in our imagination, fantasy land and wonderland, and please, that's going to hurt you over and over again. Look at the now, be fully aware and alert. Don't be a date number one and imagining wedding anniversary vibes and years later happily ever after. Look at the now. Look for the mixed signals, all eyes open. And for my fourth point for today is it's never that deep until you're actually shown. So make no assumptions, boo-boo. My dear, make no assumptions. Disclaimer, this is not me asking you to always put your partner to the test and in this state where they've got to prove themselves repeatedly and all the time. Like, that's not healthy. This is not me asking you to approach relationships from a negative view or with a negative approach, or always putting your partners to the test to see how much fire or water they can take just to have you. But lie low until you showed how much you're valued. Yes, attention feeds the ego, makes you feel wanted. Being approached with reverence and value. Yes, there's also a reverential fear for non-spirit beings or non-supreme beings. Lie low until you're shown how much you're valued, wooed with respect and treated with respect. Make no assumptions, it's never that deep until you're shown how deep it is, until you're shown how much you're valued and actually wanted is when you get off the hook, off the shelf, off the market. Take no hints, my dear. Take no hints, because guess what? A manipulator or a user is actually going to be giving off mixed signals after you've gotten into a whole relationship and feel like you're committed, yet you're dating yourself. It's the same person that used hints in the first place. A manipulator that doesn't want to put in the work to get to you, to get to know you, to get you in a comfortable and vulnerable situation where you're open enough to share views and discuss what you want and intentions and all, is always going to take hints. Like, they give you hints and you keep topping up. You know what I'm saying. Examples of hints. Would you want me to give any? You know what I'm talking about. Don't take a hint. They want you, they say it with their chest and they put in the work to get you to a vulnerable position and to a point of interest. And for my next point for today is stop allowing to be led on. I repeat, stop allowing to be led on. Your unserious suitor shouldn't lead you on and make you catch feelings without your own heart's permission. Like, you're in a relationship without your permission because you are led on. Nah. This is 2021, actually almost 2022, and we can't afford to be doing that because 2022 is in 3 months, boo-boo. So stop accepting to be led on. Your unserious suitor can actually say things with their chest. And do not be fooled. Even the shyest of people become slightly extroverted or a little overboard to get what they want if they're certain that that's their heart's desire and that is what they want.
If you want to talk to me direct. Don't go through the corners.
And this next point is actually quite the no-brainer. How? You actually don't have to pay each and every one that approaches you any mind or attention. Let those that are deserving of your attention take it. Are they serious? Are they transparent? Are they intentional? Are they real with you about what it is that they want? Do they want a friendship? Do they want a full-time committed relationship? Are they looking for a hookup? Are they transparent about their intentions with you? If it resonates with what you want for yourself, because clearly deep down you know what you want for yourself, for you, based on experiences or what you dream of as the ideal. So unless they're serious, we're paying them no mind. It's 2021, almost 22, and there's no time to waste. Then for my final tip for today, I'd say this life is yours and you know what you want to do with it. You actually know what you want deep down, and you're not supposed to take just anything that you're offered. Take exactly that which you want. You're the CEO of your life. Hire, fire, appoint, accept, approve, as desired, as you'd wish, as you'd want for yourself. You actually know what you want. If it's clarity that you want, go for that. a nothing less. Live your life under an all or nothing law. It's either you get exactly that. I'm not trying to say life happened in straight paths with no crooked lines, corners, hills to climb, mountains to climb. Yes, life is not straight, but in certain situations you could avoid the mixed signals and all the pity parties and tears that come with them. You're like, it's either you get that exactly that you want or it's nothing. If it's clarity that you want, it's either you get clarity and transparency and honesty or nothing, or you stay put till someone that resonates with you or wants the same shows up. Like, this is your life, it's for living, and it's what makes up our lives is the decisions we make. So it's either what you want or nothing. You don't take whatever is thrown your way, you take what you want.